We're here in prime time, just about set for a Sunday night matchup on EA Sports.
This one team coming in on a winning streak that is starting to approach record territory, setting team franchise records.
Well, when you look at them, you just go, wow, how are they ever going to lose? Just both sides of the ball. They're kickers. They're both awesome. There is no weakness, so it's almost impossible to think you're going to come in and dominate. What you need a break to get a chance to beat them.
Press coverage all the way. First down at the 19. Hills handed the football. In the end, it picks up only a yard. Here's our look at the Jets offense. Middle of the road when it comes to passing yards on the season. Perhaps this week in practice they figured something out. They'll run it here. Hills tackled down after a gain of 5. The defense will take the penalty.
The Redskins defense is so fast and so powerful. That time of the run play, they just overpower the offensive line. They tackle the runner for a loss.
The Redskins with 2 extra defensive backs in the dime. Has his man. Gains 5. Here's a look at the Redskins defense stacks up. They can make a quarterback's life miserable as they'll all day be rushing and attacking and trying to rack up more numbers. Intercepted. Got a flag.
The defense accepts the penalty.
An early pick, and he's going to have to bounce back from this one.
Yeah, he is. But I'd go to the sideline here, and I'd yell at my offensive line because, my gosh, everybody's around him. No room to step and throw the football. That's not the quarterback's fault. That's the offensive line.
The Redskins from the 27, looking for some daylight up the middle. Here's a look at the Redskins offense. They're a hard team to get off the field because third down this season has gone their way, converting at a very high rate. The Redskins have it at the 24. He's got the catch. He'll pick up 7 this time. It's an illegal block in the back, and the coaching staff cannot be happy about this.
No, it's a bad decision, and most of all, it's dangerous. You can hurt players when you block them like that.
2 tight ends on the field here. With Couples takes the quarterback down. The Redskins' offensive line could be in for a long day based on that one.
Yeah, bad job that time. They give up the sack. But look, when you talk about this offensive line, they're pretty good. So I think they'll just find a way to get it done. They still should have a nice, solid day.
Airing it out. Nice catch. Redskins in for the score. That's the 75th touchdown catch of his career. The Redskins now will tack on the extra point. Driving extra point is good. Everyone's lined up for this kickoff. Cooks is running this one out. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. First down at the 23. Jason Morrow makes the catch. First down here. From the shotgun. It's intercepted. They've already jumped in front here early, and now after the interception, they have a chance to even make the lead a little bit larger, Phil.
Yeah, I like the way they're playing, don't you, Jim? It just looks fun. They got a lot of energy out there on both sides of the football, and this other team, they better be ready. I think they're in trouble.
First down at the 45.
Got to give the defense some credit on first down. There's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
Coming to the line at the 46.
RG3 has it under center. Second down and 11. Griffin going to take off with it. And the pass is thrown away. And now here's the Jets defense. This is an angry bunch that does not allow anyone to move the football against them, so it seems. The Redskins at the line of scrimmage. Split backfield. Midway through the first. Climbs the ladder, and he has it. That's his first reception today. Can you believe how... Vertical he got there.
I can believe it, Jim Nance. I can, because we see it so often. The receivers in the NFL are just unbelievable. We take these catches for granted, but that was a tremendous play.
First down at the 29. Gains 16.
Arm strength is a nice thing to have. When the window of opportunity is very small, quarterbacks with strong arms can still fire it in there. Nice throw right on target by the QB.
Now first and 10. And it's caught by Jordan Reed.
The Jets defense, they really understand situational football. They know they're in the red zone. You can't give up plays. That time they give up the completion, but they rally to the football and keep the play to no gain.
Here's the handoff and no run. And that's a 2-yard gain.
If I'm on the defense and the offense is this close to scoring, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I am sending everybody. I am going to gamble that it is a run. If they have the courage to throw it, let them. If they do, of course it'll be a touchdown.
Play number 6 coming up on this drive. The Jets go with the dime formation here on defense. And it's batted down.
Things get tight down here in the red area. I got to give the defensive man a lot of credit, though. In position, sees the ball thrown, and is able to get that hand up there and knock it down.
Second down after the incompletion. Dixon's, and he's in for the touchdown. Late in the first quarter, and they're stretching their lead out. It looks like they have it in their minds to put this game away early.
Well, that's what they're trying to do, isn't it? They just want to get it over with early, just put all doubt, just remove all doubt, I should say, from the opponents that you're in for a rough day, and you might as well just give up.
Randall's not going to test the coverage this time as he takes a knee. The Jets just gave up some big turnover points. Let's see if they can hold on to football this time, Phil, because we know how crucial it is. We talked to the coaches about it this week. This was their concern with this team.
Well, if you want to stay on the field, you better quit turning it over, right, Jim? That's what the coaches look. You make mistakes on the field, they're going to be forgiving to a point, but you got to be smart, you got to be efficient, and get the job done.
Following that completion, second and short. Takes the hit, throws. The Jets now facing third down. A week ago, they were up to the challenge in these spots. 3rd and 1. Incomplete. The hit jarred the ball loose.
The Jets go with the pass that time on 3rd and short. The defense was ready, and they stopped the pass. Now we have a 4th down situation.
Ward's going to make the tackle. And a run back of about 3. The Redskins offense ready to continue its recent run here as they've scored the last 2 times they've had it, Phil.
Well, let's look at it from the defensive side. What do you think they're thinking? Oh, my gosh, what's coming next? Because everything the offense has tried so far has worked.
Going deep, but it's incomplete.
Always protect against the deep ball first. That's what the defense did this time. They were alert. Nice job. The result, just a long incompletion.
The Jets defense now is going to go nickel. Second down and 10. Now makes the move to the right. It's third down coming up.
The Redskins get set at the line, needing to get to the 38 for a first.
Griffin's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Down on the field. The ball is taken out of his hands.
Good job that time by the secondary. They're in good position. They make the play, and it's an incomplete pass by the quarterback.
No chance to return this one as that punt is headed to the sidelines.
The Jets offense is on the field, hoping to erase the memory of their last drive, which was completely unproductive. A quick 3 and out.
Yeah, it was. I don't know if they can erase this defense. This defense is pretty good. We saw that in the last drive, and they got good players, and they're pretty excited, so this is going to be tough on the offense.
2nd and 2 coming up.
The second quarter is underway with this snap. Finds his mark.
That's his first reception today.
There's nothing like a play-action pass. When the offensive linemen make it look like it's a run, the linebackers are all near the line of scrimmage, and easy to throw it down the field for that completion.
Hill takes his spot in the backfield. 1st and 10. They'll go ground. Kendricks in on the tackle.
Good coaching on the defensive side. Everybody stays at home. They stay in their gap, and they hold that run to a short gain.
That last running play was good for only a yard, so it's 2nd down and 9.
For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends. Looking across the middle. He pulls it down somehow. What a job by the receiver, climbing the mountain and coming down with the reception.
Wow, climbing the mountain, that is a new one. What a good job. You're right. These wide receivers in the NFL now, they can go up and make unbelievable catches. And remember, you can't hit them until they come to the ground. That gives them a little more courage.
Randall's got it on a pass that had some heat. Kendricks there to make the stop.
Trying to get extra yards after the catch. And when you can break tackles like this, that's an excellent job by the wide receiver.
The Jets moving inside the 20 and the red zone. Last week, they just feasted on that part of the field. 1st and goal.
Hill's going to secure the handoff.
Just 2 yards to go. The Jets at the line of scrimmage with their set of receivers in a bunch formation.
When you get 3rd and goal, a lot of times it just comes down to who's willing to fight the hardest. We'll find out here in a second. Now the defensive line is shifting to the right.
It's a touchdown, and they inch closer. And the gap is narrowed to just a few points thanks to that touchdown, with still a lot of time left on the clock before halftime.
Yeah, I know. Here we are in the 2nd quarter, midway, and, you know, the game looked like it was out of control. That touchdown, now you look up at the scoreboard, and you realize it's close, and it's almost like kicking off and starting over.
Perriman's going to start his return. There's a flag right there. Griffin in the shotgun formation. Gordon's going to pull in the bullet pass. He's in the clear. The 30, the 20, the 10, in stride, and he's home for the touchdown.
They're doing a terrific job of keeping the pressure on here in the second quarter.
Yeah, they have kept the pressure on. You know, if you're on the defensive side, sometimes players can't make a play because they just don't have the confidence. Now it's up to the coach. Change those calls on the defensive side. Maybe find something that works and give your players some confidence.
The Redskins getting ready to kick it off. Cooks is going to test the coverage this time. And he runs it out to about the 27 before he's taken down. The Jets from the 27. Hills got it on a pass, had some heat on it. First down, offense readying for the snap. Quarters formation here for the defense. Midway second quarter. Hills going to take the handoff now. After the 2-yard carry, it sets up second down and 8. The Jets with an empty backfield look here from the shotgun. Middle of the field and incomplete this time.
You got to try to avoid this as a quarterback. Don't throw off that back foot unless you have to. When you do, there's just no way you're going to be as good if you had good balance. That time the throw's off the mark.
And it's swatted away.
What a job by the defender that time, reading the quarterback and the receiver and being in position to knock that football away. That is really well played. That's a clinic. Put that on the highlight film and show guys how to do it.
A punt just like it was drawn up, and now the defense has them backed into the corner.
The Redskins ready to get this drive started. The last time they had it, Phil, it was a touchdown, and they got all the way to the end zone mainly through the air.
Yeah, they did it through the air. They got good protection. You know, we love what the quarterback is doing, but how about the wide receivers and everybody catching the football, separating from the defender, and they're getting some easy throw and catches out there.
And it's now second down and 5 after running it on first down. RG3 has it under center.
This might not be nice to say, but every once in a while it's kind of fun to watch the quarterback get sacked like that. Good job by the defensive end.
It's 3rd and 13 here after the sack. 2-minute warning. Third down now. The Redskins need to get to the 19 to pick up a first down. They're setting up screen. He's brought down. That's going to bring up fourth down.
You know, as a quarterback, sometimes you got to trust that arm and throw the football past the first down marker. There were guys open, but no, he takes the safe route, throws it short. Defense makes the tackle, and here we are staring at a fourth down.
And that punt is going out of bounds. They are not going to allow them to return it. It's a two tight end formation. Amaro with the reception. Gains 11. That's his third catch of the day.
There is nothing like having a great tight end in your offense now. There's so many things you can do with them. Remember, they're in the middle of the field. They can go down the middle. They can go outside. They can go short. They can go across. They can go out. Tough to cover the tight ends in this league now.
And that pass is just thrown away.
This is a good job by the quarterback this time. You know, the initial thought on the play, nobody's open, so he scrambles out of the pocket, still sees nobody open down the field, and makes a quick decision, doesn't take a hit, gets rid of the football.
Out of the shotgun formation. Parker's got it, and a first.
Every quarterback in the NFL loves this coverage where you got four defensive backs all playing deep. So in routes, anything across the middle, usually it's wide open. Good job by the quarterback taking advantage of the defense that time.
The Redskins come out in a dime package from the gun. And incomplete. What a hit that time.
Good timing by the defensive player that time. He gets to the receiver just as the football is getting there and makes the hit, knocks that football loose.
2nd and 10. Gets it out for the completion. The Jets signal for a timeout. They have 2 remaining. First down on the way. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. He'll stand back beyond the center in the gun. Catch made. Gets about 4 yards that time.
The Jets were trying to go down the field that time with the throw, but nobody's open. They throw it short. Doesn't fool the defense, and they get very few yards.
Offense going to stop the game here with a timeout.
Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. Snapping out of the gun. Can't hold on here as this ball's incomplete.
That's a wonderful job that time by the secondary. Everybody's in position. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football, and it leads to another incomplete pass.
The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. 3rd and 6. And it's knocked down.
Good job that time by the defensive player. He reads the quarterback, gets in position, down near his own end zone, knocks that pass down.
No doubt about it.
Put 3 on the board.
Well, when you get points, it's never a bad thing. That is for sure. Good job by the field goal kicker that time. Nice job by the offense moving the football down the field.
The Redskins ready to return the kick. And as he takes a knee, Griffin will now bring his offense onto the field.
The Redskins offense failed to muster a single first down the last time they had it. Let's see if their offense this time can create a few sparks.
Well, you know the coaches were upset at them when they went to the sideline, so the sense of urgency is there. You should be fired up, and I expect a better drive this time.
The Jets lined up in the nickel.
They're changing things here. The quarterback changing. He's giving the receiver some new instructions.
Incomplete. We've reached the intermission, and soon we'll be sending you to Larry Ridley, who's going to break down all the first half highlights as we send it to Orlando in a moment. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Perriman's going to test the coverage here. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The Redskins come out to open up the second half, and they were hitting on all cylinders in the first half, Bill.
Yeah, be smart here in the second half, Jim. When you start out, just find out what the defense is thinking, and once you get a feeling about what they're going to do, then you start taking some chances.
The Redskins will take the snap from the 25. Should have had it, but the hit knocked
it out.
That's why you like defenders who are good punishing tacklers. Make those receivers worry about coming over the middle. They'll be careful the rest of this game because of that big hit.
2nd down and 10. They'll go ground. And a gain of 4.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They were all over the run that time, and they only give up a short gain.
Third and 7 coming up.
RG3 from the gun.
Perriman's there to catch a ball that had a lot of heat on it.
Keep the momentum on your side. You got a lead here in the second half. Nice play that time. You pick up the first down. Let's see if you can take advantage of it.
First down coming up. Toss play for about 4.
Nice job that time by the defense. They were ready for the run. Nowhere for the running back to go, and they stopped him for a short gain.
And it'll be 2nd down and 6 after the running play on first down. Right back to him one more time. Brought down at the 47-yard line.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
RG3 has it under center.
3rd down and 2. Takes it again. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
And this fires the football team up. The defense, 3rd and short. They stop the run, keeps the offense short of the first down, and look at the excitement on the defensive side.
That punt sets up the defense now in excellent position as they're able to down the football inside the 10.
The Jets talk things over at the intermission, and I'm sure one of the first orders of business was to try to figure out a way to get this offense going, Phil.
Absolutely. That's what you want to do, and I think you do that by play call. So the coach, they have many plays that we call drive starters. Catch the defense by surprise. They need to call one of those right here and right now to get this offense going.
Second down, even after the completion.
Look out here. They're going to blitz. They're all packing the line of scrimmage.
Amaro's got the catch and the first.
Well, when your team is behind, what do? Just come out there and get a first down. That's a nice job by the offense.
First down here.
Halfway through the 3rd quarter.
A nice grab. No doubt he was going to hold on to that one. After that grab, it's now 2nd down and 2. Scrambling now. And that pass is just thrown away.
Jim, I'll tell you this, quarterbacks hate throwing the football away. You know why? Because it just goes down in the record books as an incompletion. So, good job that time. The QB looked, nobody open, and he finally gets rid of the football.
Dropping back 3. Jason Morrow makes the catch. They come to the line of scrimmage. First down.
Hill in the backfield. Single back set.
Hill is going to pick up the first down as he's tackled. He's averaged about 2 yards a carry on the day.
Coming to the line of scrimmage right at midfield.
The Redskins defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. Cooks has got it. First down.
That's his 4th catch of the day.
When you see the defensive back on the inside of a wide receiver and you have a corner route on, make sure you throw it towards the sideline, let the wide receiver outrun the defensive back, and he makes a nice catch there.
They come to the line, and it's first down. Double tight end formation. And it's batted down. After the incomplete pass, it brings up second down.
The Redskins will come out in the dime.
Hills taking the handoff. Picked up a couple that time.
If you want to run the football with success, you're going to have plays like this where they pick up very little yardage. Don't listen to the fans. Keep running it, and it'll work.
The Jets come out in a bunch set. The Jets snap it at the 36.
Cooks got it on a pass that had some heat.
The best way to keep the other offense on the sidelines is just keep marching down the field and picking up those first downs. What a good job by the offense. When you get down in the red zone, the offensive coordinator's got to call a play that deceives the defense. Let's see if he can do it. His team is down. He needs a big play here.
Marching down the field and taking their time. Quarters formation here for the defense. Second down and 5.
Mike Daniels. Man, this defensive end, Jim, he is some talent. That time, good job, makes the move, shows the speed, and gets around there and gets the sack.
Loss of 5 on the play. The Jets have the football as the 4th quarter gets started.
Coming to the line at the 17-yard line.
Hills lined up directly behind the quarterback here.
It's a nice play that time by the defense. The offense is inside your red zone. You've got to stop them from scoring. That was a good job of swatting the football away.
And he converts here on the field goal try. They put up 3 here early in the 4th quarter, and things are starting to tighten up.
Hey, look, I disagree with the coach. I would not have tried the field goal. I would have went for the 4th down, try to get a first down or a touchdown. Listen, this coach, he's not a brave man. He always takes the easy way out.
The Jets with a nickel look here on defense. First down at the 20.
Weaving it down the field. Krupp going to take it the distance. All the way home and all alone. Touchdown. That touchdown, just a little more insurance to what already was a sizable lead, Phil.
Yeah, what a job. You know, look, they had a lot of insurance already in the bank. Man, they have controlled the tempo of this game from start to right here in this period early in the 4th. And now if the defense just has anything, if they stop the opponents on this drive, this game is over.
Cooks is going to run this one out. And the tackle is made. The offense will start their drive from about the 31. The Jets retake the field on offense. They just piled up the yardage the last time they had it, but walked away with only 3.
Yeah, but you got to feel good about it. They had a long march. They did a lot of good things on the offensive side. The offensive line performed well. And to march the football that far and kick a field goal, you got to feel good about it.
Hill takes his spot in the backfield.
That's a timeout by the defense. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. First down at the 31. The Jets get a first down. 6th catch today so far.
There has been good pass protection for the quarterback all day long. He has not been sacked much, and he throws it there and gets another completion. Look what the defensive line is doing. They're all pinching down inside. They're expecting a run.
It's now second down.
The Jets lined up. Everybody split out wide. And it's knocked down.
Well, when you get in a situation like this, Jim, and you get third and long, I'll tell you what catches a defense by surprise. Run a double move on the outside against the defensive back, because everybody in the stands and the defensive players all think they're going to throw it short.
Parker's going to glove us out. That brings the play to an end. Well, the offense lucks out this time as they hold on to the football.
Yeah, I think the word luck is appropriate here, no doubt about it. Bad fumble that time by the offensive player, but at least they were alert enough to get there and get on it and keep possession of the football.
Had him for just a second, but then it came out on contact.
Here they come to the line of scrimmage, the 21-yard line.
Corners formation here for the defense. Second and 10. Parker's got it on a pass, had some heat on it. It's first down as they head to the line. They'll send it back to the quarterback out of the gun. He's got the catch. And pick up about 4. They're just grinding away down here, inching closer to the end zone.
Well, that's what you got to do sometimes. It's hard always to think that you're going to come out and just make big plays. You got to do the dirty work, and this offense is doing it right now.
Second and goal from the 2. It's caught by Cooks.
Jim, I just want to say this to the quarterback. It's third and goal. If the play's not there, throw it away. Do not force the action.
Only 1 yard remaining.
Third and goal from the 1. Very nearly intercepted.
Gets tight down here in the red zone. So if you're a defender, read the quarterback. You make a quick break on the football. Hey, you get in a position like this, you can knock it down.
The offense back out on the field here for this 4th and short play. Dropping back now into the shotgun. The Jets turn the ball over on downs.
The Jets that time go for it on 4th down, and they fail. I did not understand the decision, but you got to make sure your team doesn't get down from that. You got to keep them up.
Griffin's got 2 tight ends on the field for this snap. And gains maybe 4.
Always good to have these types of runs. Yeah, it's not a first down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
Second down and 5. RG3 going down the field, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion by the quarterback, hey, I give the quarterback no fault. That was just tremendous coverage by the secondary player. He's in position and able to make the football be incomplete.
The Jets defense now is going to go nickel. Third and 5. Griffin over to Reed. Tackle's made, and the first down is picked up.
That's an awesome job by the offense, picking up this first down here in the second half. They got a big lead. It's not about scoring anymore. It's just about milking that clock, and that is an art, and this team is good at it.
Griffin's dropping back to pass once again. Going for the home run. And it's incomplete.
Even the best quarterbacks in the NFL are not going to complete all these deep passes. The guy was open, but the quarterback misses it.
Failing to complete that one. So second down here. Corners are backing off here. The give. Picks up about 5. He's averaging about 3 yards a carry on the day.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this, over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
2 minutes to go in the second half. On the way, third down. The Redskins have to get to the 25 to move the chains. Pass is intercepted.
Good job that time by the defense. Not being fooled, being in position. When you're in position, you have a chance to make the play. That time they did. They got the interception.
The Jets are at the line of scrimmage with a spread formation. Out of the shotgun. That's a ball that should have been caught.
Got to give the secondary credit. In this passing league now, it's hard to make plays, but a good play there and another incomplete pass.
The Redskins sat at the line. Dime package.
From the gun. He's drilled as he throws.
Following that incompletion, it sets up 3rd and 10. The Jets lined up, bunch formation.
They'll go shotgun here.
Cooks has got the catch and the first.
First down here after the completion.
The defensive line, they're all shifting to the right. I think they're expecting a run over there.
Gains 15.
That's reception. Number 7 for him.
What we're seeing so many times now in this league is the tight ends are getting so good that they have to condense the pass coverage to make sure they stop them, and it's opening up the wide receivers to have a better chance to catch the football.
First and goal from the 3.
He'll throw it over the middle. All the way home, just in time, a late touchdown.
The Jets now getting set for the extra point.
Extra point was good.
The Jets getting set to kick it away. Signals and makes the fair catch. The Redskins offense getting ready to start this drive, and things are looking good for them at this stage of the game, partner.
Yeah, this is where it gets tough, though, Jim. They got to find a way, make the right play call to get 1 first down. If you do that, that puts the other team in a very tough situation.
First down at the 20. The Redskins now move the chains.
Well, this is not a surprise, Jim. This is what you do. You run the football, you play the clock. This is called managing the game, and it's all up to the head coach getting this done.
The Redskins won in a runaway last week, Phil, and now they're going to try to win one that's going to come down to the wire.
I think all the teams in the league know when you're sharp, you're going to win the games, and that's the easy way to win. But can you find a way to win when your football team is not as sharp? We're going to find out.
Perriman's there to catch the ball that had a lot of heat on it.
In situations like this, when you're looking to get that 1 first down to win the game, it's tough because the defense knows there's only a few plays that you're going to try to run, but the offense gets it done. Great job.
First down following the long play. Takes it from the strong eye.
Great call here by the coach in this situation. Keep running the football. Keep that clock moving. You have the lead. Just tell your quarterback to tell everybody on offense this. Hold on to the football and don't have a penalty where you could stop that clock.
It's getting so late in the year, but this undefeated season remains intact, even with all the attention.
Yeah, getting all that attention, and now it's just going to get more and more because it's becoming, well, it's looking like it could become reality. Can you go undefeated? That's one thing. Then the pressure gets greater. Can you do it during the playoffs?
For Phil Simms and all the crew at EA Sports, Jim Nantz saying so long for now.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Here we've got two teams who will look to their running backs to try to control the pace of the game. It's the Giants going up against the Redskins. With that, let's send you up to MetLife Stadium. It's a snowy one in the tri-state area as we bring in our commentators, Jim Nantz and Phil Simms.
The top team in the NFC will start today on defense. They'll be kicking it away here. And with that kick, these two rivals are ready to go. Beckham's got a chance for a return. And the tackle is made. The offense will start their drive from about the 31. Barkley's coming out now to get this offense going. He had just one touchdown pass last week. First down at the 31. And Morris is handed the football.
The Giants running back that time, he makes a bad decision. You can't be looking to make every play a big play when you're running the football. Look for a few yards, take advantage of that. He tries the big play. What happens? He gets tackled for a loss.
Loss of 4 on the play. And he's taken down. The Redskins defense making a statement early with a sack.
Yeah, you always want to hit the quarterback early, get some self-doubt into the quarterback, but also give the offensive lineman some self-doubt going like, man, this might be a long day, and I think it will be.
The Giants are at the line facing third down, which was not an issue for them last week as they converted a number of times in crucial situations. Matt Barkley now will take it from the shotgun. Locked in on the football and has hold of it with 2 hands.
Good job by the defense. They're well.
First down at the 29. Collins is in on the tackle.
Well, I know it was a short run that time by the offense, but it's what it's going to do for you long term. Keep running that football, try to wear the defense down.
2nd and 6. Down the field. One-handed catch. And now we look one more time at the stats, and you see just how amazing this season has been for him, Phil.
It's hard to believe, just throwing the football, the record they have just broke. I mean, you would hope to get this many yards if you counted all the rushes and everything else, but to set a single season pass yards mark, what an outstanding job by this organization. This offense, they've been on fire all year long. What a job.
And now we look one more time at the stats, and you see just how amazing this season has been for him, Phil.
Hard to believe, just throwing the football, the record they have just broke. I mean, you would hope to get this many yards if you counted all the rushes and everything else, but to set a single season pass yards mark, what an outstanding job by this organization. This offense, they've been on fire all year long. What a job.
Throws the pass.
Things get tight down here in the red area. I got to give the defensive man a lot of credit, though. In position, sees the ball thrown, and is able to get that hand up there and knock it down. Quarterback likes what he sees out there outside. He's changing the play with the wide receiver. Good job by the defense that time. Fourth down, they were ready for everything. Very aggressive, fast. They make the play, and this could change the game around.
The Giants offense comes back onto the field. Let's see if they can move the chains this time, because the last possession was ugly. They weren't out there very long.
Jim, you know how I think in situations like this, I think it's more up to the coach than the players. Call a play that really catches the defense off guard so you can get an easy gain and get the momentum on your side and get it rolling.
No return. The ball's coming out to the 20. The Giants defense locked down last time out there, made that big fourth down stop.
Oh, man, defenses love it when offenses go for it on fourth down. Once you stop them, what an emotional lift, not only for the defense, but the whole team.
Second down following that incompletion. The Giants lined up in the nickel. Griffin standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Wants to go deep. Snatches it with one hand. And now we look one more time at the stats, and you see just how amazing this season has been for him, Phil.
It's hard to believe, just throwing the football, the record they have just broke. I mean, you would hope to get this many yards if you counted all the rushes and everything else, but to set a single season pass yards mark, what an outstanding job by this organization. This offense, they've been on fire all year long. What a job.
And now we look one more time at the stats, and you see just how amazing this season has been for him, Phil.
It's hard to believe, just throwing the football, the record they have just broke. I mean, you would hope to get this many yards if you counted all the rushes and everything else, but to set a single season pass yards mark, what an outstanding job by this organization. This offense, they've been on fire all year long. What a job.
And now we look one more time at the stats, and you see just how amazing this season has been for him, Phil.
It's hard to believe, just throwing the football, the record they have just broke. I mean, you would hope to get this many yards if you counted all the rushes and everything else, but to set a single season pass yards mark, what an outstanding job by this organization. This offense, they've been on fire all year long. What a job.
The hit knocks the ball out, incomplete.
Jim, I love these situations. Third and goal, what are they going to call? They're going to run the football, they're going to go with a pass. And if it is a pass, I would look for something quick.
Third and goal from the 6. Stands in the pocket. And it's batted down.
Good job that time by the defense. They stop them short on third and goal. What will the offense do? I'm sure the defense is hoping they go for it. Never take it for granted. When you're trying a field goal, a lot of things could go wrong, but good execution that time by the offense and a good kick. 3 points.
He'll have a chance to take off. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The Giants will see if they can put that safety behind them now, Phil, as they're back on the field with their offense. I'm wondering if they're going to be a little gun-shy after that last possession.
Jim, I think it's hard to overcome it. I do, because when you get physically run over and give up a safety, well, what do you think when you come out on the field? We can't let that happen again, so that makes you tight. And we all know tight athletes don't play the best. Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
Loss of a couple that time. The Redskins defense now loading up, expecting pass with a dime defense. Matt Barkley now will take it from the shotgun. Comes down with, no, the defender tips it out. Here's a look at the Giants offense. A coach's dream a week ago, as this team never turned over the football once. The Giants need to get to the 35 to pick up a first. 3rd and 12. And that pass is going out of bounds, incomplete. They've come out of the blocks fairly sluggishly, and this defense has first down at the 39. Has Gordon.
Gordon's got the first as he's brought down. And now we look one more time at the stats, and you see just how amazing this season has been for him, Phil.
It's hard to believe, just throwing the football, the record they have just broke. I mean, you would hope to get this many yards if you counted all the rushes and everything else, but to set a single season pass yards mark, what an outstanding job by this organization. This offense, they've been on fire all year long. What a job.
Defense. First down.
From inside the red zone.
Now he's going to change the play. And look out. I think he's going to go down the field with the football.
Rashad Perriman with the catch. And now we look one more time at the stats, and you see just how amazing this season has been for him, Phil.
It's hard to believe, just throwing the football, the record they have just broke. I mean, you would hope to get this many yards if you counted all the rushes and everything else, but to set a single season pass yards mark, what an outstanding job by this organization. This offense, they've been on fire all year long. What a job.
The Redskins all bunched up here as they get set at the line.
Almost intercepted that time.
Good job that time by the defensive player. He reads the quarterback, gets in position, down near his own end zone, knocks that pass down.
The Giants with two extra defensive backs in the dime. Smith's there that time for the tackle. And now we look one more time at the stats, and you see just how amazing this season has been for him, Phil.
It's hard to believe, just throwing the football, the record they have just broke. I mean, you would hope to get this many yards if you counted all the rush.
Intercepted!
They'll take it at the 20.
Just the kind of play they needed to ensure the game stays close as we move toward the second quarter.
Oh, that was an awesome play by the defense. I love what they did there. It was a good call by the defensive coordinator, and the players took advantage of it.
The Giants head back out now for this next series. Their offense hasn't accomplished very much so far, but then again, the defenses on both sides have actually been the star of this show.
So far, the defenses are dominating the play in this game. There's no question about that, Jim, but I would think the offense, they go over the sideline, they talk about what they've seen so far from the defense, and now you change your plan on the offensive side. They should have success in this drive.
And Morris is tackled right at the 28.
We're now about to begin quarter number 2, and how much pressure do you think these offenses are feeling right now to open this game up, partner?
Jim, I'm going to go back to when I played. The longer you go in the game without having success, I think it makes you tighter and you lose confidence on the offensive side. So they need something here to get them off that quick start and get them feeling good.
That is how you draw it up, isn't it, Phil?
Oh, man, a quarterback loves guys that can make catches like this, and they're just so strong. They know how to zero in. They never lose concentration, and you never see them drop a pass.
That's a gain of 8.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
2nd and 2. That pass incomplete. This is 3rd down. They bring in the extra tight end. Here's the handoff. He's brought down. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Lots of game left, but that's not. The Redskins offense can reignite things now after last time moving the football only to throw a drive-ending interception.
And this is what this defense lives on. They thrive on it. They let you move the football a little bit, but they wait for that mistake. Is that mistake going to be an offensive penalty, a drop pass? That time it was an interception, so that's what this defense does, and they do it well.
2nd down and 10. Launching it deep. Makes the play one-handed.
And now we look one more time at the stats, and you see just how amazing this season has been for him, Phil.
It's hard to believe, just throwing the football, the record they have just broke. I mean, you would hope to get this many yards if you counted all the rushes and everything else, but to set a single season pass yards mark, what an outstanding job by this organization. This offense, they've been on fire all year long. What a job.
And here we have second down. Griffin's now going to leave the pocket and tuck it under.
Well, I think it's important for the defense. Anytime it's a third long situation for the offense to know where those first down markers are, give a little ground, and make sure you're able to come up and make the tackle short of the first down marker.
Pulls it in. Smith's there to take it down. And now we look one more time at the stats, and you see just how amazing this season has been for him, Phil.
It's hard to believe, just throwing the football, the record they have just broke. I mean, you would hope to get this many yards if you counted all the rushes and everything else, but to set a single season pass yards mark, what an outstanding job by this organization. This offense, they've been on fire all year long. What a job.
And now we look one more time at the stats, and you see just how amazing this season has been for him, Phil.
Kerrigan with the sack.
Outside linebackers in the NFL, they are such tremendous athletes. They can do everything. How about that play that time? Good move, good speed, gets to the quarterback and gets a sack.
Perriman's got it on a pass that had some heat. And now we look one more time at the stats, and you see just how amazing this season has been for him, Phil.
It's hard to believe, just throwing the football, the record they have just broke. I mean, you would hope to get this
Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
He just caught the 50th touchdown pass of his outstanding. And now
The Giants bringing their offense onto the field. It wasn't a very productive possession for them last time out, partner. They ended up punting.
Well, you know what it was? It was a good filling out process. So they got some knowledge by watching the defense and what defenses they tried on them. So you've got to take advantage of that knowledge and come out here and make some plays. The Giants offensive coordinator, he has to be frustrated by that play. I think he calls the right play. But what happens? The run loses yards. That's just a bad job by the offensive line.
they'll go draw.
That's a gain of 6.
Well, he's in the NFL because of this, because this guy can break tackles. Good job on that play.
It'll be third down. The Redskins go with the dime formation here on defense. The Giants get set at the line, needing to get to the 30 for a first. Barkley's back in shotgun formation. Up in the air, and he's got the catch.
Well, it's third and long. Protect against the long pass. Make the quarterback throw it short, and then just come up there and make the tackle.
The Redskins now ready to take over again on offense. They were successful on their previous drive, getting the ball all the way to the end zone. I'm sure they're looking for more of the same right now.
Oh, absolutely. That's what you always want. You want to find your way to the end zone, and so many people contributed on that last drive, and you've got to give the coaches a lot of credit for putting the players in excellent position.
The Redskins come to the line with a bunch set. Space to work.
Gets about 9 on the play.
Good job that time by the ball carrier, picking up what he can, and he is very smart. Gets out of bounds and stop the clock.
Third and short. Griffin going to take off with it.
And that incompletion is going to bring us to a very quick fourth down.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit that time on third and short. Even though it looked like a pass, they were ready for the quarterback to move up and try to run and get the first down. They're there and stopping short of it.
Gets the handle here.
Brought down at the 44. First down here. The Giants come out in a dime package. Easy catch there. No one near him. Brought down at the 29. That's his first reception today. And now we look one more time at the stats, and you see just how amazing this season has been for him, Phil.
It's hard to believe, just throwing the football, the record they have just broke. You would hope to get this many yards if you counted all the rushes and everything else, but to set a single season pass yards mark, what an outstanding job by this organization. This offense, they've been on fire all year long. What a job.
1st and 10. Rashad Perriman has the football. And now we look one more time at the stats, and you see just how amazing this season has been for him, Phil.
It's hard to believe, just throwing the football, the record they have just broke. You would hope to get this many yards if you counted all the rushes and everything else, but to set a single season pass yards mark, what an outstanding job by this organization. This offense, they've been on fire all year long. What a job. Look out, they're changing the play to take advantage of something they see on the defensive side. When you get 3rd and goal, a lot of times it just comes down to who's willing to fight the hardest. We'll find out here in a second.
3rd and goal from the 1. And that'll probably go as a drop.
Redskins know to win in the NFL, you got to pick up 3rd downs. It doesn't matter how you do it. 3rd and short, they go with the pass. Not executed very well. Now it's 4th down.
The Redskins turn the ball over on downs.
That's what you expect in the NFL nowadays from the players, especially these receivers. They're so aggressive, so athletic. They go all out for every catch. That time, he just lets it all go. Not able to make the catch, but I'll give him an A for effort.
The Redskins defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. Handoff made. And Morris is stopped there. The Redskins use another timeout here, and they have one left.
Look at that. Everybody at the line of scrimmage. The defense showing a blitz.
2nd and 10. And they get to him before he can get out of the end zone. They've got a safety. Perriman's going to make the fair catch this time. The Redskins have had a smart and snappy first half, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Sounds like the way I dress. Smart and snappy. That is me. But, you know, hey, it's been a good first half for the offense. They want to keep it going. I'm sure they will. The quarterback's picked up on something. He's changing the play here.
Griffin's going to take off with it. He climbs the ladder and has it. And now we look one more time at the stats, and you see just how amazing this season has been for him, Phil.
It's hard to believe, just throwing the football, the record they have just broke. You would hope to get this many yards if you counted all the rushes and everything else, but to set a single.
Redskins in for the score. Perriman's 2nd touchdown of the game. Phil, we're an extra tight end on the field for this one. They'll run it off the toss. Brought down at the 20. It's now 2nd down and 7 after the 3-yard rush. Looking across the middle on the money. He's able to get out to the 34-yard line. And now we look one more time at the stats, and you see just how amazing
this season has been for him, Phil.
It's hard to believe, just throwing the football, the record they have just broke. I mean, you would hope to get this many yards if you counted all the rushes and everything else, but the set, a single
man intercepted. A big development for them here early in the third quarter. Maybe they're ready to make this game a little more respectable.
One thing about defensive players, they really never stop playing. In other words, you go out there and just keep fighting. The defense did. They got that big turnover. This could turn things around.
Launches it down the field,
but it falls incomplete.
Sometimes when you have a player with this kind of talent, you're willing to put up with a few drop passes because when he catches it, he has a chance of going all the way.
Gresham's lined up outside on the right.
Jim, look at that. The defensive line all shifting down inside. They're expecting a run right up the middle.
This will go incomplete. He was trying to find Floyd.
Man, the quarterback, the coaches, his teammates, everybody loves to see a player give that type of effort. How about the receiver just going all out to make the catch? Doesn't quite get there, but the effort is outstanding.
The Redskins will come out in the dime. That's a mindless error on the offense.
Delay of game, offense.
third down after the penalty.
The defense does his job, forcing fourth down in a hurry.
The Giants.
The Redskins' last possession ended painfully with a pick. And I wonder how they're going to handle the football this time around, Phil.
Well, listen, I think they'll handle it a little differently, no doubt. I thought it was a bad call on the interception. It just put the quarterback and the offense in such a bad situation, and they were not able to overcome that.
And now we look one more time at the stats, and you see just how amazing this season has been for him, Phil.
It's hard to believe, just throwing the football, the record they have just broke. I mean, you would hope to get this many yards if you counted all the rushes and everything else. But to set a single season pass yards mark, what an outstanding job by this organization. This offense, they've been on fire all year long. What a job.
He's averaging about 3 yards a carry on the day. Third down and 3.
Almost made the catch, but the collision jarred it loose.
The Redskins.
The Giants got absolutely nothing out of their previous possession, and here they are back on the field. Another 3 and out, I would have to think, would be very demoralizing to this team right now, Phil.
Yeah, it's going to be
fumble. The offense was able to recover the ball.
What a lucky break this time. They fumble, but they recover it and maintain possession.
NFL teams, the offense, every single day they work with anybody that's going to handle the football. How to hold it, he didn't do a good job that time. That's why he fumbled.
Leonard Williams runs down the quarterback.
Well, if I was that quarterback, I'd be mad after getting sacked like that by the defensive end. Your offensive tackle's just got to do a better job.
Loss of 5 on the play. The Giants come to the line, and they put their receivers in a bunch formation. Barkley's got it in the gun. Surveys. Kenny Britt with the reception.
This team, one of the better tackling teams.
The Redskins have extended their halftime lead, and they haven't wasted any time in doing so as they continue to motor up and down the field.
You know, this is what you got to do in this league now. When it's going well on the offensive side, don't slow down, don't get conservative, keep it going, try to score points, and just dominate the other team. Got to give the defense a lot of credit there, don't you, Jim? They are all over the receivers, all over the field, nowhere to throw it, and it just results in an incompletion.
Fights through that hit. Up's the one who brings him to the ground. It's third down now. Right around 3 minutes remaining in the third. Third down and 4. Handoff. And he's tackled, but not until he picked up the first down.
Good job by the offense here with a good lead in the second half, picking up that first down, and that's what you want to do. Take your time, look at the play clock, take it down as long as you can, and keep picking up those first downs.
Second down and 2 to go after the running play. Oh, and almost picked off that time.
Well, you want to put all the pressure on the quarterback to make really good throws down the field. Play tight man-to-man coverage. It takes perfect throws to get completions. Not there that time.
Third and 2. 2 hands on the football and has the catch. Lewis is met after a gain of 13. And now we look one more time at the stats, and you see just how amazing this season has been for him, Phil.
It's hard to believe, just throwing the football, the record they have just broke. I mean, you would hope to get this many yards if you counted all the rushes and everything else. But to set a single season pass yards mark, what an outstanding job by this organization. This offense, they've been on fire all year long. What a job.
That picks up 7.
The Redskins, they can do it all. Once they get in the red zone, they have the passes, the screens. They can throw it down the back of the end zone. And how about that play? They can run the football right at you if they want to. And that time they picked up some good yards on that run.
They hand it off to him again. And that's a gain of maybe 5.
Nice job that time by the offense getting the first down inside the red zone. And it's a good thing they got a quarterback with a strong arm, because you got to throw into some tight spots in the red zone.
Brings it into his body. And now we look one more time at the stats, and you see just how amazing this season has been for him, Phil.
It's hard to believe, just throwing the football, the record they have just broke. I mean, you would hope to get this many yards if you counted all the rushes and everything else. But to set a single season pass yards mark, what an outstanding job by this organization. This offense, they've been on fire all year long. What a job.
Play after play after play here on this drive. Third and goal at the 2. Had it, but dropped it.
That time the defense was ready. Third and short, they were expecting pass, and that's what they got. And the pass is incomplete. Now we have a fourth down situation.
The offense is still on the field right now. Fourth down, and they'll need to pick up 2. The Redskins at the line of scrimmage with their set of receivers in a bunch formation. 3-step drop. The Redskins turn the ball over on downs.
The Redskins here in the second half, they're winning the football game. I don't understand why you would go for it on fourth down. They go for it, and it doesn't work.
The Giants weren't able to get anything out of their last drive and were forced to punt as they take the field here. Do you think they are going to vary their approach, Phil?
Well, I hope so. I think they will. They got a lot of information out there in that short drive, Jim, and you do that by showing different formations and plays. You saw how the defense reacted to it. Now you counter-react and see if you can get some positive plays.
I'm sure they're tired of being in the 3-and-out business.
It's a bad business to be in. I know. I get in a lot of bad businesses.
The Redskins with a nickel look here on defense. And Morris is got on the handoff. The Redskins lead, and all you have to do is look at the turnover ratio, and that tells the story, Phil.
It sure does. And listen, everybody calls them turnovers. But let's look at this game here. I call it takeaways. They are taking the football away from the offense. What a job by the defense.
Third and 11. Here's the handoff out of the strong eye.
When you're backed up, the offensive line cannot miss their assignments. The miss
Redskins retaking the field with their offense in a game that hasn't been very pretty here of late. Turnovers by both teams on the last 2 possessions.
Well, define the word pretty. I think if you ask the defensive teams, hey, they love this game. It's beautiful. So far, the takeaways by the defense, that's the story.
And now we look one more time at the stats, and you see just how amazing this season has been for him, Phil.
It's hard to believe, just throwing the football, the record they have just broke. I mean, you would hope to get this many yards if you counted all the rushes and everything else, but to set a single season pass yards mark, what an outstanding job by this organization. This offense, they've been on fire all year long. What a job.
And a flag is down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Boy, if his head got yanked back the other way, an obvious face mask penalty, and that's a big one.
It's about safety of the players, too. That's why when you grab, hit the helmet in certain situations, it's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Don't grab the face mask.
So, first and goal to go.
And he's done it. And now we look one more time at the stats, and you see just how amazing. The Giants cannot feel good about giving up that safety the last time out. That one hurts an awful lot, Phil, because they just got overpowered.
Yeah, they did. But listen, they feel bad, but I'll tell you who feels good is that's the defense. Man, were they impressive, just overpowering the offense and getting that safety.
I've always felt it as, and they decked the quarterback.
The offensive coordinator's just got to make some adjustments here. They can't stop the defensive line from sacking the quarterback, so either keep the tight end in or keep the halfback in to help block for the QB.
He'll throw it over the middle. Michael Floyd holds it in.
Brown's there to make the tackle.
Well, the quarterback showed off his arm strength that time, didn't he? He put the football right on the money, on a line, right into the receiver's hands.
Barkley's alone in the backfield. The Giants come to the line of scrimmage and empty out the backfield. Everyone split out wide. Makes the reception. Has 12 on this play.
Well, you're really in a tough spot, but that is a good job picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. All you can do, just keep picking up those first downs. You hope it leads you to a score, and then you play the game from there.
First down and 10.
Probably should have had that one, but it goes incomplete.
Well, the quarterback that time tried to squeeze it into tight coverage, but no can do. The coverage is too good, and the football falls incomplete.
Matt Barkley now will take it from the shotgun. Hill has the catch and picks up maybe 3 or 4.
The defense, they have a lead here in the fourth quarter, so they're willing to give up short pass completions, but good job by the offense.
Looks like they're in press coverage here. Look at that concentration as he makes the grab.
That's another reception. Give him 2.
Well, that'll make you feel a little better. Finally getting a first down. You're down big in the second half, and you're on the offensive side. Don't look for the quick score. Just look to pick up positive yards and hope it leads you to a score later.
First down at the 48. Brown's there to make the tackle.
Here in the fourth quarter, you're down on offense. It takes courage to call that running play, and it backfires. That time they run it, and they only pick up a few yards.
The Giants will take the snap from the 45. Dan Williams gets all over the quarterback and wraps him up.
Defensive tackles, we always think of them as run stoppers. How about this that time? He does a great job, gets in there, and sacks the quarterback.
The Giants had to go all out for 60 minutes last week in a victory, and now perhaps it's caught up with them. They've been struggling to stay in this game here, Phil.
No shortcuts in the NFL. They played 60 minutes last week. They are definitely not playing 60 minutes this week. To me, Jim, they look a little tired. All you can do is your job, and that was a good job by the offense, picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. Hey, don't worry about the score right now. Just find ways to execute plays and get down there and score a touchdown.
Barkley's going to take it from the gun. Has his target. That picks up 11.
Jim, the defense gives up the first down that time inside the red zone. But there's only so many things the offense can do. Let's see if they can hold them.
Barkley's now completed 4 in a row. First and goal. Wow, what a time. Touchdown near the end of this one. They could have used a few. The Redskins took care of business here today, Phil, and now you got to think they just want to run the clock, avoid any injuries, and get to that locker room as quickly as possible to celebrate.
Yeah, no question about it. They won the battle here today. They wore out this defense. The offense was absolutely tremendous. And you're right, don't make a mistake now like a penalty, whatever. Let the clock run out so you can celebrate.
And now we look one more time at the stats, and you see just how amazing this season has been for him, Phil.
Hard to believe, just throwing the football, the record they have just broke. I mean, you would hope to get this many yards if you counted all the rushes and everything else, but to set a single season pass yards mark, what an outstanding job by this organization. This offense, they've been on fire all year long. What a job.
Second down and 10.
Has his target. And now we look one more time at the stats, and you see just how amazing this season has been for him, Phil.
It's hard to believe, just throwing the football, the record they have just broke. I mean, you would hope to get this many yards if you counted all the rushes and everything else, but to set a single season pass yards mark, what an outstanding job by this organization. This offense, they've been on fire all year long. What a job. This is an awesome job by the head coach, the offensive coordinator, and the offense. Just keep picking up those first downs. You got a big lead here in the second half. Keep that clock running. Jim, the offensive coordinator's done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. You're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be.
Touchdown. They're just running it up.
And now we look one more time at the stats, and you see just...
The Giants offense comes back onto the field, and there's nothing they can do to pull out victory here. Just a snap or two, and then it's on to the locker room to explain this loss, Phil.
Yeah, listen, today was not their day. The other team was just better. Give some credit to the defense, but the offense was not sharp, and I don't think the game plan coming into today's game was the one they needed to try and run.
Second down coming up.
Look at the signals. The D-line is all shifting down inside. They're expecting a run right up the middle.
Jermaine Gresham has the catch.
And he's taken down, but not until he picks up the first. The Redskins signal for the timeout. And that's the first one they've used. The Redskins set at the line. Dime package.
Barkley's going to take the snap from the shotgun.
And incomplete. Coming up, second down.
Barkley's ready for the snap. Empty backfield.
Drop back, shotgun formation. Flag.
Holding offense.
That penalty is, of course, going to be accepted by the defense. One more snap and we can call it a day.
The Giants will take the snap from the 30.
Looking to go deep.
But it's incomplete.
Phil, we last saw an undefeated regular season out of the Patriots back in 2007. Another one.
You know, Jim, we do. We saw that one, and it's amazing it's not talked about. We know why it's not ever talked about, because they did not win the Super Bowl. So if this team doesn't go on and win the Super Bowl, nobody's going to care. They're just going to say it was just another season where you lost before the Super Bowl was over.
So for Phil Simms and all the crew at EA Sports, Jim Nantz saying so long for now.